Hi, today we'll be taking a look at the 5 main decks that you can build from the latest Vanguard VG-V-EB12. Right, so we have Shadow Paladin, Claret Sword, upgrade of Moderate deck, Vanquisher, Dragonic Vanquisher, last card Revonn, and upgrade of the Maelstrom deck. Okay, we will start off with the latest Claret Sword Dragon. So 4 copies of this. So these Vanguards, when enter the field, look at top 3 cards from your deck, put any amount of grade 1 into your drop, and shuffle your deck. So for each card placed by this effect, it gets power plus 10,000. So it's a potential 33k. And once per turn, after attacking battle, you can counterblast 1, bind 7 grade 1 from your drop, and stand this unit, and it gets drive -1. Alright. So in order for us to do the second effect multiple times, this deck have around 21 grade 1s. Right, so this is one of the most grade 1 I ever put in the deck. Right, so for the grade 2s, we have Morion Spear Dragon and Dark Pride Dragon. Alright, Morion Spear basically is activation skill. So Soul Blast 1, discard 1 card from your hand. Draw 1, this unit get power plus 5,000. If you discard a grade 1, you get power plus 10,000 instead. Right, so it helps you to Soul Blast and also to draw cards. And as you need 7 grade 1s to activate the effect, this actually helps you to recycle the hand. And next we have Dark Pride. Enter the field, get power plus 5,000. And you may put 3 cards from the top of the deck into drop. If you place 1 or more grade 1s, you can counterblast 1 and draw 1. Alright, so increase your drop zone. So 4/4. Next, let's take a look at the grade 1. Let's start with the higher rarity first. So first of all, we have the new card. So during your turn, if there's 3 or more grade 1 in your drop zone, this unit get power plus 5,000. And enter the field, look at top 5, add up to 1 grade 3 to hand, and shuffle the deck. If you do so, discard 1 card from your hand. Alright, definitely must, since we only have 4 grade 3s. So definitely have 4 copies. Next we have Revonn to help us shuffle and pull out the cards as fast as possible to thin down the deck, filtering. And we have Swordbreaker to draw cards. We only play 3/3 as we don't really want them on the field. Alright, so after the usage at least 2 to 3 times, we will not use them anymore. So there's only like 3 each. Next, another new addition. We have the Blue Espada Dragon. Enter the field, look at top 3. Add either a Claret Sword Dragon or a Morion Spear Dragon to hand, the rest to drop. And if there's 5 or more cards in your drop zone, grade 1 in your drop zone, this unit get power plus 10,000. Right, this is an attacker. Right, we play the grade 1 Sentinel to utilize as much grade 1 as possible. That's the first reason. Second reason, if you notice there's 12 crit, right, we try to rush the game as fast as possible. Next, some interesting card that we played will be the Fierce Sword Dragon, which by retiring this unit, during this turn, 2 of your unit get power plus 3,000. Right, this is very useful as when we were testing out, we noticed that some of the grade 1 get stuck on the field. And you don't just replace it from your hand for no reason. There's no plus. So we use this to retires to increase the grade 1 in your drop. And we are contemplating whether to play more than one of these. So Connor, enter the field on a Guardian Circle, Soul Blast 1, pull 1 of a grade 1 from your Rearguard Circle onto a Guardian Circle. Right, I was thinking of maybe 3 of these instead. Yeah, 3 of these instead. Right, so as I said, we have 12 critical to rush the game. And here's Vanguard. And other changes that we are thinking of will be not playing any of the Revonn and Revonn to increase the chances of you triggering a grade 1 from his first effect, and adding in things such as the castle that get power plus 20,000 if your opponent have 5 or more cards in your damage zone. So instead of just relying on the restanding, the grade 1s will be the main attacker in this deck. Right, so that's for the new Claret Sword Dragon. Okay, next we have a slight update to the moderate deck. So basically we still play 4 moderate, and we reduced the Danger Lance Dragon to 2, and we added this new addition to the deck, Onyx Dust Dragon. So when enter the field, if there's no Blaster Dart on your rearguard circle, you may counter blast 1, Soul Blast 1, search and call a Blaster Dart from your deck onto the rearguard circle, shuffle the deck. And continuous, if there's a Blaster Dart on your rearguard circle, this unit get boost. Right? It doesn't mean that you need to be on the same column. It can be on the behind the Vanguard circle or for another unit. Right? This is a very good addition. Good enough for me to consider playing more than 2. Next, for the grade 2s, we have the usual, of course, Blaster Dart, 4 copies. Masquerade to pull out both Blaster Dart and also moderate. And another new addition, this is a new knight, Claret. So if there's a Blaster Dart on your Vanguard or rearguard circle, this unit get power plus 10,000 and guard plus 10,000. So it's a 15,000 guard, 20,000 attacker. Right, a very, very good addition to the team. And we added the Foreign Dive Eagle. So this is for a backup in case we get attacked by very strong rearguards. This is just a backup. Next, for the grade 1, we reduced the amount of Neman in the deck. Right, as we don't really need it anymore. There's better alternative for the back rows. Swordbreaker is still at 3 for the draw. Masquerade, again, to recycle our Blaster Dart. And another new addition, grade 1 5,000. So if it's in the same column, if the Blaster Dart in the same column were to restand, you may Soul Blast 1, stand this unit, and during this turn, this unit get power plus 15,000. Alright, so it doesn't mean that you need to restand at during battle phase. Even during the first attack, you may just Soul Blast 1 and just stand it plus 15,000. And this is not once per turn, so after moderate were to restand your Blaster Dart, you may Soul Blast 1 again, plus another 15,000, which is a 35,000 boost. Right, very strong addition to the deck, but you will most of the time only need 1 on the field, as there's a constraint in the amount of soul in the deck. Right, so for the triggers is the usual 4 draw, 8 crit, 4 heal. Right, so that's our update to the Blaster Dart deck. Alright, next we'll take a look at my personal favorite from this set, which is the Dragonic Vanquisher. Alright, so during your turn, if 3 or more cards were to bind from both players, right, all units in your front row get power plus 10,000. Activation once per turn, counter blast 1. Retire any rearguard in the front row, it can be yours or your opponent's. Alright, bind it. Sorry, not retire, it's bind. And if there's a grade 3 in soul, choose 1 card from your hand and your opponent choose 1 card from his or her hand and bind it. Right, which is a very good combination with Chatura and also the grade 1. Right, so these are our main. For backup, we added Gauntlet Buster. Right, for Gauntlet Buster is to clear the field, high power, and you can just go to Vanquisher after that to control the field and to increase power to the front row. Next we have another Dragoon, grade 3. So when attacking your Vanguard, you can bind 1 card from your hand. bind a rear guard in your opponent's front row, and if there's no rear guard in your opponent's front row, you get to draw 1. After attacking battle, if your Vanguard is Dragonic Vanquisher, you can send this into Soul and draw 1. So first right, attack, send it into Soul, and draw 1, and you do not even need to write a second time. Alright, you already have a Grade 3 in Soul. Okay, next, another new addition, Voltage Horn. Right, during your turn, if any cards get bind, this unit get power plus 5000. Right, it's continuous. And when attacking a Vanguard, counter plus 1, choose a column, bind the rear guard in the front row, and move the back row to the front row. Alright, there we have Cho to help our multiple attack. Since the front row is getting power plus 10,000, which is a permanent front trigger. Then we have Chatura. When discarded from hand, when bind from hand, sorry, you may call into a rear guard circle and you get power plus 10,000 during this turn. So after dragon attack, bind this card, call over, and it gets another additional attack this turn. Right, and when the attack hits a Vanguard, Soul plus 1, draw 1, and bind an opponent's rear guard in the front row. Definitely a good addition to the deck. Next, we have the Mighty Bolt Dragoon. So during your turn, if any cards get bind, you get power plus 5000. And the usual effect, enter the field, look at top 5, add a Grade 3 to hand, shuffle the deck, and discard 1 card from hand. Alright. Phoenix, a definite must play. Another new addition, just like Chatura, when discarded from hand, you may call into rear guard circle. And when enter the field, if any cards get bind during this turn, you get a Soul Charge 1. Alright, so if you're lucky, you may even get to use the effect on the very first turn. Alright, so for the triggers, we have 6 draw, 6 crit, 4 heal. Since we already have a permanent front trigger, we are not playing front trigger this time around. Actually, I'm thinking of maybe playing 8 draw instead. Right, so this is the new Vanquisher deck. Alright, next we'll go to Aqua Force. We'll be looking at last card Revonn. Okay, so once per turn, you may rest one of your rear guard, and if you do so, during this turn, your opponent's Vanguard get power by minus 5000. And when attacking, if you have 5 or more rested rear guard, during this turn, this unit get power plus 15k, drive plus 1, and if there's a Grade 3 in Soul, you get critical plus 1. Alright, so these are our new main unit for this deck. So for the Grade 3, we played the latest edition. Fort Vessel Dragon. So enter the field, counter plus 1. During this turn, one of your opponent's Vanguard get power minus 5000. This is a Vanguard effect. And as a rear guard, if you have 4 or more rested rear guard, and your Vanguard is Revonn, this unit cannot be retired by opponent's card effect, and it gets power plus 5000. This applies during your opponent's turn too. So it's a good addition to the deck. Next, we have the Storm Rider, Diamantis. So when attacking, if this is the first battle, this unit get power plus 3000. And once per turn, when this card attack, if this is a third or more battle during this turn, counter plus 1, discard 1 card, stand it, and you get power minus 3000. Right, so after Revonn minus 5000, right, this thing withstand and still get an additional minus 3000. So it's still a 14,000. Right, it's still a 14,000 against your opponent's Vanguard. Before we include the trigger, the markers. Right, so that's for Grade 3. For Grade 2, we have 2 additions to the deck. Gallius. So during your turn, if there's 4 or more rested unit, you get power plus 5000, which is pretty easy. And when your Grade 3 Vanguard attacks, if your opponent's power is different from the original, counter +1, withstand this. So this is a withstander attack unit. 5 Force, enter the field. If your Vanguard is Revonn, so +1, rest this unit, and look at top deck, call onto rearguard circle. So you get to call for free in some way. And once per turn, when a grade 3 Vanguard attacks, and your opponent's power is different from its original power, you may discard one card from your hand, withstand this. Right, so a lot of withstander in this deck. And not forgetting Coral Assault. If you have 4 or more other rested unit, this unit get power plus 15k. And end of your turn, if this is a 4 or more battle during this turn, you can send this into soul and draw 1. Alright, so that's grade 2. For grade 1, we have 2 addition 2. So if you have 4 or more rested rearguard during your turn, you get power plus 5000, so 13,000 boost. And enter the field, look at top 5, reveal up to 1 grade 3, add it to hand, discard 1 card, the usual effect. And then another additional unit which when if you get rested by your card effect, you can soul +1, stand it and get power plus 10,000, which is a very good combo with Revonn. And not only that, end of turn, if there's 4 or more rested unit, you can send into soul to draw 1. Alright, and as usual we have Penguin. And for the triggers, we are playing pretty colorful, as you can see. 6 draw, 3 crit, 3 front, and 4 heal. Right? The front trigger is basically because after Revonn attack, most of the time you get to stand like 2 to 3 units. So front trigger will help a lot. Right, so that's our new Revonn deck. Right, last but not least, as a bonus, we have a upgrade to Maelstrom. Right, so basically the deck only have 2 main changes. Number 1 will be Red Stream Dragon. Once per turn, counter +1, discard a card with Maelstrom in name. During this turn, one of your Vanguard with Maelstrom in name gets power plus 10,000, drive +1. Right, that's why we play 8 Maelstrom, which is very useful, even in premium. Right, definitely a good addition to the deck. And also 2 copies of this. So when the booster attack hits a Vanguard, you may soul +1, discard 1 card from your hand, search for 1 card with Maelstrom in name. Sorry, up to 2 different Maelstrom with different name. Review it, add it to your hand. Alright, actually you can play more if you want. So that's the main changes to this deck.